Hi, my name is Emily Willocks, and I'm going to do a seminar on a journal about the evolution of gigantism in modern salamanders. Now, we're looking at three different types of modern salamander. We have a one-toed species, which grows up to about 30 centimetres in length, a two-toed species, which can grow up to a metre in length, and then we have a three-toed species, which can also grow up to and beyond a metre in length. So they wanted to see if there was a genetic link between these three different species as to why two were quite large and one is quite small. If you look at the genetic distribution of these species, you can see this is their native habitat in the Gulf of Mexico, and you can see that our smaller species is quite restricted to this area, whereas our two larger species have spread out into quite a large habitat. So to look at this, they took the mitochondrial and the nuclear genes out of 60 specimens, which were frozen or alcohol preserved, and these were of modern and ancient extinct species, to see if there was a common ancestor and a lineage explanation as to why two species were quite large and one is quite small. So they mapped these out into trees and then plotted them out to our distribution chart here, as you can see. Now, a close-up of that distribution chart shows you that our small species actually lives inside the genetic distribution of one of our larger species, and another species is over here. So that does show that there is a link between our smaller species and our larger species. They also compared the body length, body height and body width of our species as well, and used these to average out the body mass of our species. And as you can see here in these box plots, that our two larger species actually have quite a large range in these areas, whereas our smaller species is quite small and restricted. So it does show the dramatic difference in size to these three species, which are related. So they basically concluded that there was a close relationship with our two larger species, and that they are sister taxa, and that our smaller species is an ancient evolutionary offshoot. It can also be concluded that one of our largest species, which is our one that lives over here, is the earliest evolutionary change into a large size, whereas these two actually share a common ancestor, and that one species has become large as well. As to the body size, it can be concluded that the gigantic body size either evolved once as an ancestral condition, and is the basic ancestral condition of all salamander species, and the smaller body size is evolution, or that the gigantism evolved independently in our two modern species due to changes in environment and geographical habitat. So basically, to sum up, that there was a common ancestor between our smaller species and one of our larger species, but our two larger species are sister taxa. Was either a single case of gigantism in a common ancestor, and that the miniaturization is recent specialization to its specific smaller habitat, or that the two instances of the larger gigantism developed due to the ability to become widespread and the quite large range in habitat. So thank you for listening. I found this quite interesting, and I hope you did too. Thank you.